Dan and Daygo is here. Judgment Day is now because I am an American badass, and Dan and Daygo is rolling into Compas on the beat. The day has finally come. The debut of the great one, Dan and Daygo, and it's the fight of the century between this cowboy hat wearing son of a gun and that Stooge Gilberto. I'm actually surprised Gilberto didn't cancel. Here we are on fight day and no weak excuses from that Gilberto. So he gets some respect from me, but that will quickly evaporate when I expose him on his show. You hear that, everybody? It's his world and we just live in it, apparently. But before we get to the showdown with Gilberto, the Compas will share their stories and analysis from the Chargers preseason win against the Rams at SoFi Stadium. I was in the stands for that game, and I saw many Charger fans in attendance. I'm just so excited to see my first round pick over here with his hands, violent. He was over here getting people, moving people. He was like a freight train out there. Josh Palmer looked good. I'm so excited. And I don't want to hear any of this garbage of who cares? My house, damn it. The Bolts won. But that's all right. They're lucky that wasn't a regular season game, or I'd be even more fired up than I already am. So much football to talk about, and that's why everyone needs to subscribe to Compas on the Beat on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And the Compas have a new logo. Get in the comments. Let them know how much you like the new logo. Also, get on the Instagram comments. Compas on the Beat is on Instagram, so make sure to follow them there at Compas on the Beat. In both comment section, let Gilberto know, is he a good compa? Is he a bad compa? What's his deal? I was learning new things about him over these past couple of days. I've been getting to know him, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how are you liked by anybody over here? But the Compas won't just stick to football this week because SummerSlam arrives Saturday night. And you know what that means. My saint of a brother will provide the best SummerSlam preview in all of wrestling land. I'm so hyped for that John Cena versus Roman Reigns showdown. But before that fight, let's get Dan and Daygo versus Gilberto. It's time! Now let's get to the best damn podcast in the universe. Play the music, Nendo! Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez, Chargers beat reporter for Sports Illustrated. And with me, as always, is my co-host and tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, Chargers beat reporter for the OC Register and LA Daily News. What's up, bro?
Fernando, your voice is back. I'm glad you got it because on Saturday night after we left SoFi Stadium after midnight, you had a what's up, bro? Like you were kind of getting tired there on me, so I kind of missed it. Maybe I didn't, but Fernando, I'm glad your voice is back because we did leave SoFi Stadium really late, and might as well give a plug to our podcast, the recap: Chargers versus Rams preseason game, late night edition. Make sure to check that out on Apple or Spotify. It was just an audio version, but we wanted to give you some instant analysis after the preseason game. So check that out and to hear what happened in Chargers Rams. We'll talk about a little more right now, but if you want a full breakdown, go check out the podcast.
Exactly. Yes, please check it out. We had a lot of fun recording it. I know it was a long night. I mean, it was a 7 p.m. game. We didn't get out of there till about 12:30. Then we dropped you off and we didn't get back till about 3:30 in the morning. So it was a long day. But Gilbert, you're just gonna ignore what Dan and Daygo told you in the intro promo. It's fight day. Get hype, Gilberto.
Oh yeah, that was your Dan and Daygo voice right there.
I mean, it's the best I can do. I can't do it the way he does it.
I guess it is fight day. I'm not really into it because I feel like I'm not losing sleep. Now he just started a Twitter account saying that he's in my head location. Kind of funny, but he's not in my head. But I can't just turn on the game phase because I'm talking to you, Fernando, because then I'm gonna be like kind of too serious. I'm trying to have fun on the podcast. So when he comes on the show in a little bit, I'm gonna turn it on, and then I'm gonna destroy him and crush him like a little bug, and expose him and send him back to his promo reader booth where he belongs.
I'm excited for this. It's going to be very interesting to see because, like I said, I've been in the car with both of you guys. I've hung out with both of you guys, so it's pretty funny when you guys get going. But Gilbert, I know we're about, what would you say, 5 months into this, and you know what we haven't done yet? We haven't done a giveaway.
Like 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Okay, 6 or 7. Oh crap! Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know. I'm I'm a little behind then, but we haven't done a giveaway yet, Gilbert.
Yeah, and I've been teasing this one to you, saying, you know, I don't know how special of I guess collector's items it is, but I think it's kind of cool. So I saved the first ever Chargers flip card at SoFi Stadium, and every time I post this on game day on Twitter, people ask me what's a flip card. It's pretty much like a roster of both teams. And they put them kind of in a depth chart. They put them in alphabetical order, numbers, just to make it easier for the media to kind of read. So it's kind of a cool little roster, but I know it's a little confusing for people when I post it. But, you know, for me, I think it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I saved the first Chargers flip card at SoFi Stadium. And Fernando, maybe some trivia for you. Who was that? Who was the first opponent ever at SoFi Stadium for the Chargers?
The defending world champion Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay, correct. And now that game, the starter was technically Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod, I guess. You got to choose what you want. What do you call him, Tyrod or Tyrod? But I keep going Tyrod. Tyrod Taylor was the starter for that game, and as we all know by now, famously, Justin Herbert ended up starting that game with 5 minutes notice. So I saved that flip card because it felt like a really historic day. I don't know where we are. Maybe on this side, maybe somewhere in there. I got to find it myself. Well,
Chargers offense is up here on the left-hand side.
Where are we? Okay, I'm having trouble looking at this. Oh, there it is. Okay,
we've only had flip cards for so many years.
I'm sorry, but the cool thing about this one, Justin Herbert is listed as a backup, and we know that he is not a backup. He is the star of the franchise for the Chargers. But I think, you know, who knows how the career turns out, but this could be the only time Justin Herbert is listed as a backup in his career, and it's on this flip card. So I think it's kind of a unique thing. It's like a rookie card where the player is not really that good, and then he breaks out, and then you want that rookie card. Like, didn't Patrick Mahomes' rookie card go for like $1 million recently?
Something like that.
But I don't know. I can't do it. Can you see that anywhere, Justin Herbert?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Keenan Allen, Sam Tevy.
There he is.
Yep, there it is.
He is number 2.
So, guys, for these are basically the rules. You must be following Compas on the Beat on YouTube and Instagram. Retweet Gilberto's giveaway video on Twitter, and then comment Compas underneath the tweet. From there, Gilbert and I will pick someone randomly by next week. We'll deliver this unique Justin Herbert listed as a backup flip card to you. We'll mail it to you, whatever it is, but make sure you guys are subscribed to both the YouTube and Instagram page, and then obviously retweet Gilbert's giveaway video on Twitter, and then comment Compas underneath the video. Simple as that, Gilbert.
I don't know. It kind of sounds a little complicated. Now that I wrote it, you hear it out. But yeah, I'm going to cut out this video pretty much saying we have this giveaway, unique one. I know people are going to probably tell me, I don't want a card. I'm telling you, Justin Herbert probably won't be a backup ever again. So you want this unique thing. But yeah, like Fernando says, make sure to be following us on Instagram, like these little things up here, Compas on the Beat, and YouTube Compas on the Beat, because I'm gonna be checking whoever retweets. I'm gonna check for the names and see if they're following me. And like you mentioned, Fernando, make sure to comment Compas just to make it easier for me to track who really wants to, you know, win this flip card. But Fernando, we have a new look. I don't know how you feel about this new little setting we have.
I actually like it, Gilbert. I like the logo that we did. I like everything. I like in the direction that we're moving. And by the way, a little teaser right now. We have some things in the works coming up pretty soon. Just to let FYI, with the season coming up, there's some things in the works for the Compas. So we're definitely going to be here. Don't worry about that. But there are some things that are in line for us. And if we make any change, we'll definitely let you guys know about it. But Gilbert, it's time to talk a little bit about the Chargers' potential 53-man roster. Obviously, you said Saturday's game and everything happened. let's. Where do you want us to? Do you want to start off with backup quarterback?
How about first? You want to just name the people who got cut? We're down to 85. It kind of just happened before we went on air or streaming.
Well, yeah. So right now, well, I mean, while we were coming on air, it was Michael Bandy, the receiver, number 36 from SD or from USD. He got cut. He was, I mean, he had made some plays during training camp. Not a bad player. It's just that the Chargers are so loaded at receiver. It's not even funny. They have a lot of big decisions coming up. But the big news was Alex Kessman, the kicker, was released. He was from Pitt, rookie, could kick him from 50, but I mean, he just didn't have a good showing during training camp. And Lakeland, my bad. Lakeland Edwards, punter, was cut. That means Ty Long is now the punter for the Chargers. He won his spot. And the thing is that Darius Swinton had said before, a punter is not just a punter. He has to be able to hold the be able to be a good holder for the kicker and everything. So it seems like Ty Long has done everything to secure his spot. And now that brings the Chargers to 85 men on the roster. And it'll be interesting to see the way this kind of goes with these guys. And I'm interested now, Gilbert, because we're talking about something unique, and that is the kicking battle. We need to talk about that. What are your thoughts? 1, 2, what do you think about where this is headed between both Michael Badgley and Tristan Vizcaino? I know you like saying his name.
You keep getting it wrong. That's why. Vizcaino.
I know. I'm so bad at it.
And I like how you have kicker battle there with number 3. But there's 2 now, 2 kickers.
Well, yeah, but we're going backwards here.
But yeah, I wanted to discuss about the kind of the underrated players that might have a chance now, because it was the first game, the preseason game on Saturday, to kind of get a feel for it. But now with these roster cuts, like now we're trying to see, okay, we're getting down. It was only 3 cuts, but we're getting down to 53. It went from 88 to 85. And yeah, one of the kickers got cut. So it's a 2-man race now between Vizcaino and Michael Badgley. But you know what? I'm just going to say it because I think Vizcaino has a pretty big lead on Michael Badgley. I wanted to say, it's close, it's even. But Vizcaino had a game where he made his 2 field goals, what he was asked to do, a 38-yarder and a 21-yarder. I know that he went first, but maybe that doesn't mean anything, because Michael Badgley could probably go first for the game against the 49ers on Sunday. But he's been consistent. He has power in his for his leg strength. Kickoff, he's doing great. So I think right now Vizcaino has a good lead. Michael Badgley has some catching up to do, and it's not looking good for him right now.
Yeah, I know. And honestly, where it got me, Gilbert, was when Darius Swinton said, excuse me, that he wanted his kicker to kick off too. He doesn't want the punter doing that. So that's where I kind of thought Vizcaino has that leg. He kicks it into the end zone every single time. I don't think the Chargers want, not that they don't want, but last year Michael Badgley wasn't kicking off. It was Ty Long, because Badgley doesn't have the leg for it. So it's going to be interesting to see the way this is going, but everything points to Vizcaino winning the job. And I wouldn't be surprised if even before that third game, well, no, they'll probably go all the way till the end. But probably. I just think Vizcaino has such a lead on Badgley. Like it just hasn't been. He hasn't been money in a sense. I mean, he hasn't made any. He misses short field goals, long field goal. Like I don't know. It's just been kind of all over the place for him. And after 3 seasons with the team, it might be coming to an end. I'm very surprised that I'm surprised about Vizcaino, honestly. I didn't know he had that strong of a leg, especially because he hasn't really settled down with a team yet. So maybe this is the team that he settles down with.
Yeah, it's looking like it. And I always go back to when I asked Darius Swinton what he liked about Tristan way back in maybe was it February?
Yeah.
He said he spent many hours, countless hours scouting Vizcaino and saying that guy came on his radar. Like who's kicking these field goals for the 49ers, and he was already thinking about it. So he is definitely Darius Swinton's guy right now. But I think he really respects Michael Badgley's resume as a starting kicker for about 3 years, making game-winning field goals. Like it wasn't that long ago we called this guy Money Badger, and he was making I guess he was making field goals though. Game-winning field goals for a couple years. But it's weird though. Michael Badgley, I know it's not over yet. I shouldn't start counting him out, but 2019 wasn't that great because he missed the first 8 games with a groin injury, and then last year he was just inconsistent. Really shaky, so it could really be only one good year for him so far.
Yeah, and the thing is that last year, I mean, I think he missed 12 kicks in total last year, but then he had some good moments. I mean, at the end of the season against the Falcons, or towards the end of the season, the Falcons, the Broncos, he hit 2 game winners in a sense. But I mean, it's not over. It'll definitely be interesting. But I think Vizcaino, like we both have said, has a pretty big lead on him. When you looked at when you got to analyze, maybe you kind of thought about it on Sunday, who are some of the names that you feel like are under the radar candidates that could make this team? I mean, there's a lot of guys that put in a lot of work on Saturday that you're like, oh wow, okay, this was pretty surprising.
Yeah, no, yeah. As we're getting closer to the race for 53, these battles are gonna get really heated, and I might take a good one from you, Fernando, to list of players that have a.
You always do.
I know, whatever. I'm going first. But players who are long shots who are now making a push to maybe be a decent shot of making this roster. So I'll start with the cornerback John Brannon, who everybody's kind of really enamored with because he has like 10 interceptions this training camp. I didn't keep track of how many, but it's been a lot. Then he had one in the game down in I think was it neither in the end zone or in the red zone.
No, it was in the end zone. It's funny, that wasn't even his man. He read it. He was covering the guy behind him. He read it. He ran up and he intercepted it.
And that's what John Brannon's been doing. He's a playmaker. But the thing with John Brannon that's kind of, hurting him is like he has to, catch up to guys like Brandon Faison, Devon Campbell, obviously Asante, Chris Harris, Michael Davis. They're making the roster already. So that's 5 cornerbacks that you think already on the roster. So for him, I know you're making a face, but I think the coaches love Devon Campbell, and obviously Brandon Faison already won them over by starting early. But it's gonna be really competitive there for this cornerback job. And I won't say more cornerbacks, but I think he might be 6 right now. Hopefully he has a chance of sneaking in. But to keep 6 cornerbacks, maybe it might be one I'm forgetting is maybe ahead of him too. But I think John Brannon's playing so well that I think right now he's number 6. I don't know if that's gonna be enough to make the roster, but he's pushing, man.
Right now, Brandon Staley, if you're listening, remember it was Gilbert that said cornerback, defensive back. Gilbert, remember, defensive back.
These guys are not all playing safety. I don't like that one.
Brandon wouldn't be happy with you right now. I actually listen. I'm a good student. One of the guys that I've been noticing that I think can make it is Amen, a linebacker, number 57. Yeah. I'm not even gonna attempt to say his last name. Everybody calls him Amen. That's what I'm gonna call him. Agbong Beminga.
There you go. That's not bad actually. We should actually ask him one day.
When I heard the announcer say it on Saturday, I was like, he was probably like, "Oh God, what is this?" So I feel like he's been the guy since the beginning. And I mean, I asked Darius in minicamp about him, and he raved about him. He's like, Amen is one of those guys that I feel like can make this team. And I'm like, oh wow, because of his special teams play, he's been lining up with the ones. He's another guy that I feel like could be a good backup linebacker. But as of right now, his role is going to have to be as a special teamer. So he's one of those guys that I saw. I was watching a little bit of him, and he plays with instincts. He was good. People couldn't believe that he went undrafted from, I think it was Oklahoma State. People couldn't believe that he didn't get drafted. So I was surprised as well. So definitely he's one of those guys that I have on the radar. One other quick guy, one other mention is Kamon Hall. He's a defensive back as well. But Kamon's been on, I've been noticing, Gilbert, he's been on the first team for kickoff, for punt, and for some other stuff. So Kamon must really be making an impact on the Chargers if he's doing all that when it comes to special teams. He's making an impact with the team. So maybe that's going to be the difference between John Brannon or Kamon Hall, is who's going to play better on special teams.
I was going through I'm gonna plug my story. I have a depth
Go ahead.
chart on the Orange County Register where I kind of predict how the depth chart's gonna look for the regular season, and I was trying to look to see how many cornerbacks I had there ahead of John Brandon, and one that I forgot, Ryan Smith. So he's actually 7th. Ryan Smith's gonna make the
Oh,
roster because of what he does on special teams, and he hasn't been playing because he's hurt. But
he's a gunner.
he's number 6 right now. So technically, if we're going cornerbacks, if we're going off of that, John Brand's number 7, and then Keemon Hall, who's also playing great, might be 8. So it's gonna be tough for these two guys.
Maybe Kamon Hall's playing in place of where Ryan Smith is going to be when he comes back. Maybe
Perhaps.
that's it.
Man, you're probably right there. We kind of been forgetting that because he hasn't played at all.
Yeah. Real quick though, Gilbert, I think what got intensified on Saturday, and I don't feel like a lot of people know this, that running back battle got a little bit more serious on Saturday. Justin Jackson goes out with an injury, groin. Gilbert, groins take 4 to 6 weeks sometimes, depending on the severity. Justin Jackson could start the season on the IR, and the Chargers could end up keeping big boy Darius Bradwell on the roster. We spoke to him after the game, and he said that he felt like it was embarrassing coming in last year at the weight that he did. He worked his tail off, and he pointed to something that Austin Eckler told them. He said, he told us last year, I didn't make this team as a running back. I made it as a gunner. I was impressive on special teams. You have to do more if you want to make this roster. So Bradwell said that a lot of the guys took that seriously, a lot of the running backs, and said, okay, we need to do more to make this team. And I think he had a big tackle, didn't he, Gilbert?
On a
he had a big tackle on special teams
on kickoff coverage, and Brandon Staley even brought it up in his news conference. So he really noticed it. He was fired up to see Darius Bradwell get a big hit like that, and then to kind of be a spark on offense for that big touchdown drive they had. It was Larry Roundtree who got it going with the 25-yarder on 4th down. But then he came in with a 12-yard run, and then he ended it with a 1-yard touchdown run. So there's Bradwell did a lot of things right. He spoke to us after the game, so he obviously was one of the stars of the game. But Bradwell, it's kind of like John Brandon as well, and Keemon Hall. He is facing an uphill battle because Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson, Larry Roundtree, Joshua Kelly. Can Darius Bradwell really surpass one of these 4 to make the roster for the 3-man? Right now, it doesn't look like it. But hey, if he keeps doing what he did on Saturday, maybe he has a chance. But right now, it's looking pretty slim to me.
Yeah, my argument was just that if for some reason Justin Jackson's going to be out for a while,
that's true.
Then Darius could make the roster. They could keep him until it's time to let him go, or they could decide, hey, Justin Jackson. I mean, and honestly, Justin Jackson's played well. I remember there was a good a pass near the end zone on that 20-play drive where he did the Alvin Kamara halfback angle, like he came out of the backfield and then cut in, and he actually put a move on the defender, and he was able to gain about 10 yards on that reception. So Justin Jackson seems like it seems like a lot of these running backs are fitting these roles pretty well. But I mean, Larry Roundtree with that run on 4th down, it really kind of solidified, hey, don't just think it's just Justin Jackson and Austin Eckler. Like, that kid can ball too. So that was another interesting thing to see, and especially that move that he put on the safety, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, no, definitely. Roundtree, I was waiting for these bruising running backs or bigger running backs to stand out. Like, I wasn't knocking Larry Roundtree in training camp because I'm like, I know what type of player he is. He's a physical player, and you can't really lower your shoulder against your teammates in practices. So I was waiting for a game to kind of see how physical he is, and obviously he showed it on Saturday. So I'm kind of curious. I know it's not really a roster bet. I think these guys are safe. I don't know, Fernando, you might feel differently, but I think you're going to keep 4. Joshua Kelly, Roundtree, and obviously Jackson. If he's healthy, is going to be on the team because he's number 2 right now, and obviously Austin Eckler. But say it comes down to 3, and Roundtree and Joshua Kelly are fighting for number 3. It's going to be up to who's a better short yardage running back because that's a role they need. And Kelly got that role as a starter for the first preseason game. He was there on that long drive with Chase Daniel getting the 3rd and short and moving the chains. But Roundtree looked really good, and he might be a better short yardage running back. So, but I still feel like they're going to keep the 4 guys. I don't know how you feel about that, but it could be a competition. I don't know.
No, I'm with you. I need to know the severity of Justin Jackson, and then after that, we'll know. But speaking of a fight, Gilbert, it's time.
Oh, okay.
It is time.
Gotta wake up.
We're done. Yeah, we're done talking about the Chargers and the 53-man roster. Gilbert, it is time. There's no more running, no more ducking, no more dodging from either one of you. It is time for our special guest today. It is time for the fight of the century. It is time for Dan and Daygo versus Gilberto.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You know what? This is my time when I come in like Paul Heyman and I say, give me the microphone. Give it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan and Daygo, and I am the promo reader for Compas on the Beat, and I am here to go one-on-one with this lad over here. He'll on his show, everybody. Let me get in there. His show. Can you believe that? This stooge? You know how fired up I am about today? I got everything on that you hate. I got my soccer jersey. Best club in the world. You know how fired up I was this morning? I was playing their anthem in the car. I got, you know what I got for breakfast?
No. Hold on.
Don't get me started. I'll sing it. I'll sing it.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let me introduce. God, you guys are already off to a huge. I'm gonna do this quick.
No. Fernando, can you just welcome Dan and Daygo to the big leagues? He's not in the promo reader booth anymore. Welcome to my show, okay?
Okay, guy. All right, I like it. The claws are coming out.
All right, let me get through this because God, you guys are already on one. All right, hailing from Pasadena, California, is a former track and field star. Well, at least in his mind, he won't shut up about qualifying for CIF in the 4x4 once in high school, whatever the hell that means. But this contestant rounds out at 5'10", supposedly, and is proud of his beer belly. Introducing the Brown Bull. That's what he wants to be known as, but I call him Gilberto El Bigote Manzano. Gilbert, how are you feeling?
You just call me the Brown Bull, Fernando? I said Brahma Bull on the script. Come on, man.
Brahma Bull.
I am a Brown Bull, though. But yes, I am ready. Pretend I'm in the center of the ring right now. I'm soaking it in like Conor McGregor and looking at my thousands and millions and the millions of Gilberto's fans to steal a line from the great one, The Rock. And now go do whatever you want to do with Dan and Daygo. I don't know why I went first because I am the main event. It is my show. I should go second. But because I am such a great host, yeah, whatever that is, JV ring.
Champion goes last guy.
Gilbert's opponent did not star in track and field, but he was an offensive lineman for his high school football team. He is a 2-time CIF champion. He lives in the past, which is why he's the biggest Tim Tebow fan. But this Tebow maniac can talk with the best of them. He's the fiery promo reader for Compas on the Beat. He's the rattlesnake from Chula Vista. And when he's not devouring California burritos, he's eating jabrones for breakfast. Introducing the whiskey drinking Dan and Daygo.
Whiskey drinking? You can never have enough of the good stuff right there, Gilberto. I'm fired up. I'm fired up to be here on Gilberto's show.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I
think it's Dan Daygo's show today.
No. I hope you got a bottle ready for me because we're going to get into it. And you know why I'm getting a bottle really soon.
All right. I'm getting a bottle really soon.
We'll talk about that. Remember, I'm the referee. I'm the one
trying to get me fired up.
All right.
Let's get this topic. Okay, so I got where is it? I thought I had a coin right here in my pocket. All right, I got a coin. I'm going to let the visitor go first. So, Dan and Daygo, call it in the air.
It's my show.
Call it in the air.
Tails never fails, baby.
Tails.
Mm.
So, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I'll let the stooge go first.
All right. The first topic is country music versus reggaeton.
Oh,
so Gilbert, go first.
Easy. All right. You want to have a good time. You want to get the people going. Have a good time. Feel the energy. It's reggaeton. I don't know what that was. Sorry, but it's better than country music. And you can put any reggaeton beat, and you'll wake up. You'll be lively. You'll be in a good mood. You won't be grouchy like Dan and Daygo. You won't be. You won't be. being tired in a pickup truck. No, you'll be in a nice, car, convertible, top down, listen to Bad Bunny, just getting good energy. Obviously, it is a year of reggaeton with Bad Bunny, Anuel AA, all these people. So get out of the country, old days and come into the Latin flavor reggaeton.
All right, Dan and Daygo, what do you got?
That statement was so wrong in so many different ways. My good God Almighty. Yeah, if I'm trying to get trashed like a teenager, I'll throw on some reggaeton. But I can't get trashed every day. Now, can I? Country music comes from the great state that brings us Jack Daniel's whiskey, Tennessee, exported. Okay? It comes from that great state. And you know what? Country music, all the lyrics are so beautiful and everything. You have a genre for everything. And reggaeton is usually the same thing. You're partying, you're drinking, the chicks, the cars.
What?
I'm not into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's cool when I'm trying to out here act like I'm 18, 21, Gilberto, trying to act like a kid and get trashed and have fun at a little discotheque. Do. But I'm not trying to do that every day, okay, guy? In country music, we got a little bit of everything. You're feeling dangerous. You're feeling naughty. We got a little outlaw. You're feeling like a family man. We got a little bit of that. A little bit of blue collar. Then you got one. We have our own songs, drinking songs, and they're a lot better. You can understand what they're saying. I'll tell you that. I can't understand a dang thing these reggaetoners are saying. I can't hear them. I recite the lyrics blindly, and then I stop a second, translate in my mind, and I say, dear God Almighty, this is an abomination of a song right here. But it is, yeah, I'm not going to lie. If I'm trying to get trashy, I'll probably put some on and go to the club. But other than that, country music 100% has better lyrics, better beats, better presentation overall. On top of that, you can't beat country prices. I paid $100 for 2 tickets. And what did your little Bad Bunny want to charge you? $800 for 1 ticket. Gilberto Monsanna. It's not going to work.
Referee, get in here.
All right.
Come on, give me a timer. This is way too much.
All right. You can't take the pound on everybody.
You know what, though? Here. He made a good point at the end with those ticket prices, but I like reggaeton, so I'm going to go reggaeton. First point goes to Gilbert.
Okay, look at him. Look at him get all excited.
Now, the next topic, and it's when Dan found out about this, I laughed because I knew that it was going to sting him. But next, we have Chick-fil-A versus Raising Cane's. Dan and Daygo will start this one off first.
Keep it short, please.
I think it's very obvious. The Lord's chicken. I'm not going to get struck down for being a blasphemer over here. It's so good. I don't know what you're talking about. It's overpriced. Oh, it's so overpriced. Oh, it's so small, the portions. Get out of here, Gilberto. You're just a complainer. You're such a negative Nancy all the time. I've been hanging out a lot with you lately. That's all I hear. You don't even complain that your cup's half empty. You complain that it's a glass cup instead of a plastic cup. You're just nitpicking up in this mother. It's so crazy. Stop being, you know what? Yesterday I was watching a movie in Italian, and let me tell you something. Your boy Dan and Nigger is international over here picking up new words. Stronzo. That's what I learned. You can look that up later and tell me what it means.
What?
Chick-fil-A, hands down. The only thing I'll give Raising Cane's is the Texas toast, but the chicken way better at Chick-fil-A. It's not heavy. The chicken at Raising Cane's does get heavy. The fries are better. I like the sauce better at Chick-fil-A. Hands down. But my country music, have some whiskey with it. It's amazing. Listen to some Compas.
Gilbert, It is now your turn.
Dan and Daygo went Slim Shady on me, going the 8 Mile road route by taking everything I was going to use against him, using him to his advantage by taking all my insults for Chick-fil-A. Touche there.
High IQ.
Dan and Daygo. And I'm glad you're on the show. You know how to use technology. I see you struggling on your phone every day. You don't even know how to open your iPhone. And I'm glad you're on Twitter and you tweet like an old guy. You're the type of guy that does hashtag facts. You have 8 hashtags. So I'm going to insult you in different ways because you took some of my arguments, but the Raising Cane's. It is the best chicken. It's the dog's chicken. We love dogs. Raising Cane's, Golden Retriever is the face of the company. If you don't like Raising Cane's, that you hate dogs, and that makes you a terrible human being. And Raising Cane's has the best prices. I saw you eating the Caniac combo. What was it, $12? And you were satisfied, Dan and Daygo, Danny boy. The best sauce in the world, Chick-fil-A can't even pick a sauce. They have like 20 items. I'm like, none of these are good for me. Give me the sauce, special sauce, a Raising Cane's. Oh, you want some Texas toast, the best bread in the world? You can have two if you want. That's how Raising Cane's is. They give you an option. Oh, you like some coleslaw? Here's some coleslaw as well. You want the best, fries in the world, better than Chick-fil-A? Raising Cane's. So if you're a dog lover like me and you want to help dogs and rescue dogs and be a good human being, go to Raising Cane's. That's the end of my story.
Okay, I love dogs and everything, and
yeah, take it easy with the sob story over there.
But I like Chick-fil-A better. I just think Chick-fil-A's. I love the sauce. I love
Fernando. Are you going off of things you like, or are you going off the arguments? Come on.
No, I have to go with Chick-fil-A.
Look at him getting defensive because you're giving me potentially a point over here. It's his show. He's about to get demolished on this thing, and it's supposedly his show. I'm like the AC/DC song over here, like TNT. I'm dynamite. I'm about to blow up.
Okay, so it's 1-on-1 right now. Next, we're gonna go with an interesting topic because Karen, who's a good friend of the show, always shouting out the Compas, she got mad at me because of my take about these movies. So I'm gonna let you guys take this away. This is the first 3 Star Wars, which is Episode 1, 2, and 3, the development of Anakin Skywalker, versus the last 3, which is Rey and Finn and Poe. So I'm gonna let Gilbert go first on this one.
Yeah, the last 3 is how I guess the first one is really called A New Hope. Well, the last 3 are really A New Hope because it's a diverse cast. You have great characters development. You kind of get rid of the old people like Han Solo. Now you want a diverse, up and coming young cast, the way of the future. That is A New Hope, a new generation to lead us to this great Star Wars franchise that is. And because this cast had a struggle trying to climb out the hole that the prequels gave and just destroyed the franchise. Fernando, you're a big fan of 4, 5, and 6, the middle tier of Star Wars, but the 1 and 2 and 3, they just destroyed the franchise. And then the New Hope, the new generation, that diverse cast came in and got them at the hole. With Rey, and I'm actually forgetting all the names, but I am a fan.
Yeah, there it is. But he's a big fan over here, everybody. He's a big fan. Yeah. Okay.
I am intrigued. There's that one guy that kind of looks like a cat, but he's actually like the new Darth Vader. He's really cool too. But I started really well, right? In the argument, and I kind of ruined it. But
this hurts my soul right now.
The point is, it's a real New Hope, and I like that the last 3 have given me hope.
All right, I'm gonna send it over to Tan and Daygo.
Top that one. I was really lost.
Top that one. You know what? I'm gonna top it by starting off before I even start my argument. I'm gonna say one of my favorite quotes that I've been waiting. Oh dang! I've been waiting. That's how fired up you get me. That's how fired up you get me. I'm waiting. I've been waiting to say this, but all right, I'll say it for our debate instead of for when Tebow makes the team. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Are you kidding me? Are you character development and you can't even remember the character's name? They did a great job, didn't they, Kai? Over here. Then the first movie in the prequels is not A New Hope, fella. Okay, lad, it's Phantom Menace. I don't want to hear any of this garbage of the sequels. I don't want to hear any of this garbage. In the first 3, it sets it up. The peak of it is so amazing in number 3. Are you kidding me? Do you understand how long Palpatine was playing the long game from going from a measly senator to Chancellor of the Republic? That's like decades of work in here, okay? On top of that, the first one, I might give you fine. I get fired up, though. Don't you ever say anything about the Phantom Menace. You know why? Because I love the ending of it. When they playing Duel of Fates, and all you see is Darth Maul come out in his robe, and he takes it all off, and then he does his double lightsaber thing over there. Then you see Obi-Wan Kenobi, the GOAT, and Qui-Gon Jinn getting ready to fight. That fires me up every time. That movie could have been a steaming pile of garbage for 90 minutes, but that ending gets me fired up, boy. I get so excited. Then number 2, all right. I see your little complaints over here. Your little complaints. But let's put them side by side. Let's put them side by side right now.
Let's continue your argument.
The only thing The only thing that I like about number 2 is you see Anakin's tendencies starting to develop of him being a bad guy, a not so good guy. And then number 3, I don't even want to hear it because that is the best film out there. The fighting is way better than the sequels. The sequels had all the technology and all this. They're fighting like toddlers with those Nerf sticks over here. Get out of here with that garbage. Then on top of that, they throw Finn's character away. They throw Kylo Ren's character away.
All right, this is going to crap on the second one. This is make your argument for the first 3. But
okay, fine. But that's a rebuttal. That's a rebuttal. Number 3, the music's way better. The fight scenes are better. The dialogue is better. The dialogue is better. Dialogue, storyline, everything.
I'm gonna have to give it to Dan and Daygo. You fumbled the characters' names.
That was a train wreck. That was a
take a seat, lad.
What argument was that? Dan and Daygo just told me he likes to see kids go evil. Like he should lose right there. Like
no, look at him twisting my words.
It took Ray and it took them a while. If they wouldn't have come back with Palpatine as the bad guy in the 9th movie, if they would have created their own bad guy, and they did, they killed him in their
own bad guy
with Ryan Johnson. Yeah, don't you remember when him and Ray are like backed into a corner?
Snoke,
he kills Snoke in the middle of the
guy that looks like a cat. He's a bad guy.
In the last Jedi.
You can't even follow the Harry Potter storyline, which is so easy, and remember the character.
All right,
you're done here.
All right, obviously, I'm gonna give that one to Dan and Daygo. That was a
knockout punch,
a better argument. Next, we're gonna go to whiskey versus tequila. Dan and Daygo, do not go rambling on. Just give us your.
Who's rambling? Who's rambling? I'm arguing.
Don't pass tequila. Make a point for your product, okay?
Yeah, make it for whiskey.
How else do you count? I'm a counterpuncher out here, guy. Look. Let me tell you something. Right now. Hold on, I got my other bottle over here. Let me tell you something. Whiskey has a little bit of everything. This is sweet. If you're a first-time whiskey drinker, I recommend it. It's very affordable also. Unlike, they said
you're not promoting for Jack Daniels.
Hey, Jack Daniels, if you're listening, guy, the Compas love you. I'll drink it and I'll promote the hell out of it. I'll tell you that. Then you see that one's sweet, right? It's easy to drink. If you're a first-time drinker, it's awesome. This and that. Then if I'm feeling fancy, I can go for some export, some proper number 12, and feel like Conor McGregor. And I'm having a great time. It goes down smooth. It's delicious. You can mix it. I love whiskey. It's so affordable. I can get it anywhere. It's easy. There's different types of whiskey for every type of event. You know how many bottles I have in my room right now? You can't even see them. They're all here for different types of events. I have imports. I have Tennessee. I have Irish. I have Scotch. There's a whiskey. If I'm feeling fancy, everyone go get some Glendevich. I don't know if they're listening. Maybe they want to sponsor us. But it's great. It's great whiskey. There's nothing better. Whiskey, it goes down so smooth for me now. I could almost hydrate off of that thing. It's like water. It's like water to me.
All right, Gilbert.
That's enough for you, Dan and Daygo. Dan and Daygo likes to have his whiskey sweet. Apple. Okay. He probably a hazelnut coffee, vanilla coffee kind of guy.
Don't drink coffee.
Oh, okay. What? That should be an argument. I love coffee too. But for tequila, we don't need all those weird flavors like apple flavor and I don't know, honey jack, whatever. You want a nice, strong tequila to get you fired up, get that, that fire in your belly. You're motivated to make money, get rich, go to a reggaeton concert, listen to Bad Bunny. It's tequila, man. You want to watch Rey and the other characters of Star Wars, you drink tequila.
Name them.
Whatever. Different argument. But you want a little sal y limon. You just want, have a good start to your day. Actually, tequila is not really coffee. Anyways, but tequila at nighttime, you want to end your night. There you go. I should have thought about these arguments a little better. But you want to end your night, take tequila, sal y limon. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm a man of few words because I'm more about wisdom and giving advice and harmony. I'm going off on a tangent, but tequila is what you want.
I'm gonna have to go with Gilbert on this one. I think obviously tequila comes from Mexico. It's a good. We've been out there. We've been out to Tequila Jalisco. Dan and Daygo and I have been out there, so it was pretty cool to go see how all that was, where that's created and everything. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna have to go with Gilbert. So now it's tied.
Perfect. 2-2 series.
And here
Yeah,
goes
just
the
to make
main,
it interesting, Gilberto. Don't get excited.
here goes the main event. It is all about Tim Tebow.
Oh,
The
so
GOAT.
So,
easy. Perfect
for this
timing.
one, who just went last? Gilbert. So Gilbert, you're gonna go first.
Let's go Tim Tebow or Tebow sucks. I am on Tebow is not that good of a football player. Or you know what? I'll be fair for you, Dan. Tight end. And I should keep it short and just point you to all the viral videos that Tim Tebow has on the internet right now. I don't know if you're familiar with the internet, cowboy there. You're
No, I'm
brand
not.
new to Twitter. But
Allegedly.
Tim Tebow, I don't know if you know the word viral either, but he went
I don't.
viral for not knowing how to set the edge or block but he's good at falling over and doing things like that. So, a great athlete. He tried in, baseball, didn't work out for him there. Now it's not working out for him as a tight end. There's no way Urban Meyer could keep that on the field. He is going to get his quarterback, not protect that. I won't say hurt. I won't go that way. But he is not doing a good job of blocking. And it's not just catching passes and in training camp and looking nice, but no, you got to block too. And Tim Tebow is not doing that right now. And we've seen the videos. I should keep this short. It's over. You got shook. You were shaken on the weekend, Dan, that this is over for you because you're going to give me a bottle. You're going to give Joe Riddy a bottle. All those bottles behind you, they're coming my way, Gilberto's way, to my house, okay? Because it's not looking good. And I'm done. I'm simple because the viral videos say it all.
That's a steaming pile of garbage. Yeah, if that's my turn, I was waiting for this referee to finally do his job and step in. Quiet. You know what? Just like The Rock says, shut your damn mouth and know your role over
It's reversed.
Oh, is it really?
Know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Go. I'm not a big Rock fan anyway. That's all right. That's why I know I'm going to mess that one up. That's all good. At least I know my characters' names. That's all I'll say. But let me tell you something. You're over here hating on my man Tebow. I don't know why everyone has such a big problem with that guy. I want to tell you something. If he makes a team and has like a somewhat decent career, they could make a movie off of this man. He's like Rocky Balboa right now. Like he has been ridiculed, hated in the media. Everyone has hated him ever since he was a Denver Bronco. And I just want to remind everyone when he took over the Denver Broncos, was it Kyle Orton or who was it? There was
Kyle Orton.
Yeah, it was some bum quarterback out there. They were like 3-6. I don't remember what. Looking like they're going to get a – there it is, 4-6. Looking like they're going to get a high draft pick. And what does Timothy Tebow do? What does he do? Gilberto, do you remember? Because let me tell you, I've watched those highlights daily, and let me recount to you what happened.
10 years ago, man.
Excuse me. It's my time. Thank you very much. He goes on a run and takes them to the playoffs. And he beats.
We're talking about Tim Tebow, the tight end.
Super Bowl defending. This is the whole point. It's the whole argument that like he's a guy who's defied the odds consistently.
I'm glad you know that one.
Defied the odds consistently. You're the guy who roots for Ivan Drago. Don't even lie. He's the guy who defies the odds consistently. And he was ridiculed and hated the whole time until no team wanted to touch him because it was a media circus. Now he's back. He goes to baseball, does other things. Now he's back trying to change position and do his thing. Instead of saying, wow, this is a guy people should look up to. He hasn't given up. He stays in shape. He's doing whatever he can to try and make a team. That's admirable. Those are quality traits. He's a great locker room guy. And let me address the little video. I see all your little cronies tagging me in this thing. Your little cronies. I know it's your burner accounts. Don't lie to me.
Oh, yeah.
All I see in that video is that he sets the edge. He might be on the ground. That's all right. It's called a cut block, Gilberto. If you would have played a contact sport, you know what that is. He sets the edge, cuts off the DN, and you know what that DN doesn't do, Gilberto? Do you want me to spoil it for you, Mr.
Manzano, yes, go ahead.
I know it's wrong. On purpose. Don't get chummy with me. Anyway, you know what that tight end or that DN doesn't do? He doesn't make the play. Doesn't make the tackle. So what's the problem? Everyone's complaining. He blocked. He did what he needed to do, okay? There's been plenty of tight ends who are just pass-catching tight ends.
All right.
You're telling me Jimmy Graham is a great blocker?
Referee,
Look at him. Look at him. I got him on the ropes, everybody, and he wants the referee to step in. That's a decision right there. That's a KO.
All right. while you both made valid points,
Oh God.
I'm gonna have to go with Gilbert as the winner.
Yeah, you do that just because first off, it hurt his feelings, and he's on the show more than I am. That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Wow. How does it feel, Dan, to lose on my show with
I
your
didn't lose
brother
anything.
saying you're the loser? How does it feel, Dan?
I feel fired up. I know I didn't lose. I didn't lose. How am I going to lose to someone who can't even remember the names of the characters he's arguing for in those movies? Come on, guy.
Well, Dan, now that the feud is over, it's kind of a train wreck. It's a little crazy. Can we now just be a team, a trio, be the best damn podcast in the universe, like you say in your promo?
I don't know about that. What do the listeners want? Should I bury the hatchet? I don't know about it. I think it gives me a reason to get fired up for these promos every day, besides the fact that I'm worried about how my team's going to look, because then on Sunday, all these are going to disappear if they start sucking. I'm going to be pretty pissed. But that's all right. That's all right. I don't know. We'll let the fans decide. How about that? Why don't you put a poll out there and see if they want me to bury the hatchet and I'll be the bigger man? Or if we're just going to keep this
I'm
feud
trying to be
going.
the bigger man. I'm trying to take that credit right now.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't feel it. I don't feel it. It
Well,
feels
Gilbert,
fake.
Gilbert, do you have any words? Any words?
Yeah, no, it's a great honor to destroy Dan and Daygo on my show. I'm gonna send him back to the minor leagues like Tim Tebow, and he'll be stuck in that promo booth. Maybe he'll try again in a couple of years, like maybe 10 years. We'll see. But Dan, I want us to kind of bury the hatchet and be, I don't know, we'll be friends, but good. We'll keep it professional. We'll have a great product. Hopefully, listeners, that wasn't too chaotic to have Dan and Daygo on my show. But I wanted to give him an opportunity to kind of get some shine, because he is a good promo reader. He does a great job. Very energetic. And sometimes I don't have that type of energy because I'm kind of quiet wisdom kind of guy. But I like that he came on my show, and
there it is.
And Fernando decided to go with me because his brother is too much, and he knows it.
I'm a freight train. There's nothing stopping this thing.
That is not true. I love my brother. I love you, Gilbert. I was gonna go with a tie because whiskey and tequila to me is like, I don't like either one, but I decided to choose one because of your arguments.
Yes, so that's not soccer, Fernando. No soccer ties here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, I think the real deciding factor should be the Star Wars one. He had no idea what was going on. He was spitballing. So you think I should have given you two? You think I should have given you 2 points for extra
that?
points? Extra points. Extra points.
Oh yeah, like you knocked me down in boxing 10-8 round.
Big facts. Big facts. 10-8. 10-8.
Well, Dan and Daygo, we appreciate you jumping on with us again.
I'll see you later today, Gilberto. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on my show.
We love the way you do your promo reads. We love the energy. We love that we added you on here. You have been awesome. Now go take us to another promo read so we can get to una más.
Follow me at Dan and Daygo.
There you go. Yeah, follow him at Dan and Daygo on Twitter. Great guy. Great. You'll get some kicks and some laughs from him, but we definitely appreciate you jumping on. And this was a lot of fun with both of you guys. Any last words, Dan?
Yeah, I have some last words over here.
No. I said it real quick.
Sentences.
Okay, last words.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing I have to say really is I hope the Chargers don't suck this year. I'm excited. I hope they don't let me down, but we'll see what they do. I'll be excited.
There you go. All right, we appreciate you guys. And next we have Dan and Daygo.
Hello. Well, that was fun. I got to humiliate Gilberto on his show, everybody. Look at them air quotes. Don't forget about that. I told him if you mess with the bull, you get the horns, and that's exactly what he got. But it's all in good fun. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Now it's time for Dan and Daygo to open a cold one after all that arguing with Gilberto. So I'm headed to Brewery X in Anaheim, and you should too. I'm telling you, this is the place to be. Brewery X in Anaheim has the best atmosphere for these fine summer nights. But now let's get to Una Más, presented by Brewery X in Anaheim. This is a great Una Más segment because it's all about the real star of the show, Fernando. He has a movie review and an avocado rating for Suicide Squad, and he'll get into SummerSlam. Now let's get to the best segment in all of podcast land, Una Más.
What a battle between Gilberto and Dan and Daygo. That was pretty awesome. I'm all for it. I'm all for you guys. I mean, I get to spend a lot of time with both of you, so the car rides are hilarious. And that was pretty fun, Gilbert. You have to admit that.
I guess I was kind of dreading it for like, a month. I'm like, should I get this clown on my show? Like, it might go off the rails. I have to, bring out a statement apologizing for Dan and Dago's performance. But, it was in good fun, good arguing, in a nice, calm manner. We kind of got into it a couple of times, but good to have Dan and Dago on the show. And you know what? I think we're a good team, a trio. We're usually the Compas are a two-man team. But let's get in Dan and Daygo, and I'm okay now to make it a three-person rotation.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of fun, but Gilbert, and thanks to Dan and Daygo for jumping on with us. He's literally been the backbone of Compas, so we're definitely excited to have him. Gilbert, it's time. I said it's time this weekend. You guys did this because coming up this Saturday, not Sunday, Gilbert, Saturday. We got SummerSlam. It is going to be crazy. Allegiant Stadium is going to go nuts. I don't know. Vince McMahon did this kind of like a WrestleMania card. There's a lot of really good matches, and I think there's going to be a little bit of surprises out there for some fans, but I'm just going to give you how many? Should I give you a whole rundown, Gilbert, or do you want just my top 3 matches?
You know what? Okay.
What do you want?
Get in my head and know which fights I care about, which matches I care about. And if there's one that I don't care about, I'm be like, fuera, that's enough for you, Fernando. But I'm glad you got your time to shine. I feel like Dan and Daygo and I took the spotlight. So hit it and then let me hear it.
All right. I'll give you 4. Here we go. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Against Rey and Dominic Mysterio. Can the Mysterios again recapture those championships? They had them. The Usos took them from them. There's been and this has gotten me a little bit nervous, Gilbert, because I don't think Dominic Mysterio is ready to go solo. His father's cost him a couple of matches, and I'm getting nervous that they're going to do this thing where Dominic turns on Rey and they start fighting each other. Dominic is maybe a year and a half from being ready to be on his own. I don't think he's ready yet, so I hope that WWE waits a while before they even try and make Dominic a solo act. But I feel like the Usos are going to retain these championships. I really don't think that Rey and Dominic are going to get it. Something dumb's going to happen where the Usos are able to retain, but that's going to be a very good match. It's literally 4 high flyers. The Usos are high flyers, so are the Mysterios. This one's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be awesome, and this is going to be a good match. Next is a WrestleMania rematch, Gilbert. Bianca Belair right behind you. Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, against Sasha Banks, the Boss. That's going to be a fun match. They've been going at it. Sasha Banks came back recently to help Rhea Ripley. Then Bianca Belair, she knocks her out, turns on her, and you're like, oh my God, like all in one night. So that should be a very good match. I really do think that they're trying to build Bianca Belair, and they're doing a good job. It just got a little bit boring from WrestleMania to now because she fought Bayley a couple of times, and Bayley I think she tore her ACL, and she's out for 9 months now. So they brought back Sasha Banks. That should be a very good matchup. I think it's going to be another 5-star matchup like the one we saw at WrestleMania. But here, I think Bianca Belair still climbing that women's ladder, and I feel like she's going to win that match. She'll retain it, but it is going to be a 5-star match, in my opinion. But Gilbert, our final 2.
Okay.
We are getting generational crossovers. We are getting, and you know what's funny? The WWE is painting this in such a beautiful light because it is true. Without the architect, without the rated R superstar, the ultimate opportunist, Edge, there is no Seth Rollins, the architect. So really, Edge was Seth Rollins. I mean, Edge's Edge, but without Edge, there's no Seth Rollins. They're almost the exact same kind of wrestler, competitor, the way they speak on the mic. There is a lot of good between both of them. Obviously, Seth Rollins is the heel, Edge is the face. This should be a very good matchup. Edge really hasn't won a match since he came back. I think he beat Randy Orton once, and then he won the Royal Rumble, but then lost to your Tribal Chief. So I definitely think that this is going to be a match where Edge takes it. Seth Rollins, I mean, he's one of those guys right now that he could take 10 losses in a row and nobody would notice because he is Seth Rollins. So I definitely think this is going to be an incredible match. I think it's going to be awesome. And I do see Edge winning this match just because Seth Rollins can take it. Edge, you're kind of like, okay, dude, you haven't really won a match. Like what's going on with his character coming back? But I definitely think this is going to go a while because Edge is in great shape. He's gone the distance in a lot of matches, but I think this is going to be great old school style of wrestling. I expect Edge to hit a curb stomp and Seth Rollins to hit a spear. These are the type of two guys that could do each other's finishers, and it'll be awesome. But now, Gilbert, the main event of the evening.
I know this one.
Your Tribal Chief Roman Reigns steps in with John Cena. Gilbert, last week, last Friday, you heard the whole thing. I mean, we all know Roman Reigns said that John Cena's like the missionary position. It gets boring after so many years.
Wow.
And that's what he said. And then he's like, and then we all know who John Cena dated before. He's like, missionary even got boring for Nikki Bella. And everybody's like, oh. But then John Cena takes it a step further. He's like, man, you've always depended on people. You depended on the Shield. You almost screwed Seth Rollins out of his job. And then you kicked Dean Ambrose out of WWE. Everyone lost their mind when he said that. And it went viral. It was on TikTok. It was on Instagram. It was on Twitter, all over the place. And everybody's like, dang. So it's going to be a great matchup. I truly believe that the Tribal Chief is going to retain here. And I'm a huge Cena guy. I love John Cena. He was so nice to me when I met him at the Padres game a couple of years ago. Great guy. But I think Roman's going to retain. I think this is the elevation, the championship, because Gilbert, I'm hearing rumors about next WrestleMania, and one of your favorite wrestlers may be wrestling against Roman Reigns. So that's going to be, yep. So there's a lot of rumors about that. So this is the elevation of Roman climbing the ladder and trying to be the face of the company. You're going to have to go through John Cena. John Cena's been the face for the last 10 to 15 years. So you beat John Cena, you start moving up that ladder and see if you can take the generational superstar that is that guy. I won't mention him yet, but it's funny. This weekend, movie 1 and 2, the highest grossing at the box office. Number 1 was John Cena. Number 2 was The Rock with Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So it was a fun little weekend. But yeah, Gilbert, I mean, that's just basically what I got right now for you. I got Roman Reigns defending and winning. I got Bianca Belair. I got the Usos retain. Man, that's boring. All 3 of them are going to retain, I guess. I mean, I'm just going to go with it. But
you change your mind.
No. Right. And I got Edge. I'll tell you one thing. If Cena would win that championship, the place would go ballistic. But I think that John Cena, because of who he is, he deserves a championship. Like, if he's going to win the 17th, it has to be at WrestleMania. So I don't think SummerSlam is the correct place for him to win it. Last time when he won his 16th, he won it, tied the record, and then 2 weeks later he lost it. So Cena's going to head to London to go shoot a new spy movie, which should be very interesting. But that's what I got for you. Which match interests you the most, Gilbert? You let me know.
The obvious one has to be, John Cena against Roman Reigns. I've been intrigued about that matchup. I'll give you credit, Fernando. You've been on this one since May, June. Kind of leading up to SummerSlam, and that's the one I've been really excited about. And I'm gonna check it out on Saturday. I did a poor job figuring out the rest. We got Bianca Belair and Sasha. I know that one because of WrestleMania. The other one's not so much, but getting John Cena back after he's done with his movies, and we'll get into the Suicide Squad right now in a little bit. But like you said, Roman Reigns has picked it up, being a heel. And having that trash talk, I feel like it was Dan and Daygo and Gilberto going at it, and John Cena and Roman Reigns. But John Cena is one of the best when it comes to wrestling. I know he likes to say that he's not a part timer, but when he's in the ring, he's definitely a guy who takes it seriously. So I want to see them go at it. I am intrigued about Seth Rollins and Edge because I know Edge from my younger days, a rated R superstar. And I feel like at one point Seth Rollins was supposed to be at the top of the food chain for wrestlers, and he kind of fell off, kind of a little stagnant for Seth Rollins. But maybe it could be an opportunity for them to kind of pick it up. And then obviously I have a connection to Rey Mysterio from my younger days. I'm shocked that he's still competing, and now seeing his son, I feel a little old. But I am intrigued to see the family tag team matchup between the Usos and the Mysterio Brothers. So overall, you picked a solid 4, Fernando.
No, and that's what this is all about. I mean, literally these matchups are going to be very good. I'm very excited about about all 4 of them. But like I mentioned, Gilbert, the 2 top movies this weekend. One I haven't seen yet. I need to go watch Jungle Cruise because I don't know. The Rock, literally every time I see him, I feel like he's wearing like a medium or a small. I don't know what kind of shirt he's wearing, but it like his like the sleeve not hugs it, like obliterates the bicep, obliterates it. But the Suicide Squad was a movie that I went to go watch on Friday with Dan and Daygo and my sister as well. And so we go get the popcorn. I get a hot dog with jalapenos and ketchup. I sit down, and it's like we always get to the theater. I don't like to watch previews because it takes forever. So we sat down at like 1:15, and I'm like, where is why haven't the preview started? So I start watching or whatever, and I'm like, and then so obviously I tell Melissa, I'm like, hey, I need you to go out there and like tell them. So they get the movie on, whatever. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a lot better than number 1. The only thing is it was a little long, a little dragged out. I thought it was a little bit long. But other than that, I thought that Idris Elba did a really good job. John Cena, again, like these roles, I don't know, like I feel like he's now starting to get a little picky choosy with his roles. I thought he did a great job as Peacemaker. He has a show coming out actually on HBO Max. It's a Peacemaker show, so it'll be very interesting. Did you wait until the end, or did you leave the theater as soon as the movie was over?
I told you I don't leave my house, Fernando. I watched it at home. On
well,
HBO
whatever.
Max.
Did you watch the end credit scene?
I don't think I did.
Oh,
the movie was really long. I guess I could have fast forward being at home, and I didn't even take advantage of that. But I did not, Fernando. And I'm curious to hear about your rating because I was kind of on the fence with this movie. A good action. John Cena is terrific as an actor, but the storyline was kind of dull. It dragged on. But like I feel like we're kind of in the same place, though.
There was villains on top of villains on top of villains. Yeah. And then like the starfish was the main villain. I was kind of like,
where did that come from?
Yeah, I was like, is this Pokemon? Like, you remember that starfish that Misty had? Like, I was like, so this is the bad guy. Overall, I thought it was good. Margot Robbie, I don't know for what reason, I love her in the Harley Quinn role. I think she's awesome. What's the rating system again? It's
either a rotten avocado, podrido avocado, or a fresh avocado. And I guess if you go under 60, that's a rotten avocado. What do you think?
I would give it about a 74%. I didn't think the thing is Idris Elba was hilarious with the whole rats thing. Like I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. He's like, why does it have to be rats? I'm like, oh my God, this is hilarious. So I give it about a 70. I mean, I know some people got angry. I know some other people got angry because they were like, oh, there wasn't enough Harley Quinn. Pete Davidson literally lasts in the movie like 10 seconds.
That was a good intro. So, I like that.
No. The intro was pretty good. Yeah. And then the main actress, I can't remember her name. She was in The Help. She's a really good actress. I just can't remember her name. She did a very good job. She's always angry. She's always evil. She was in the first Suicide Squad movie too. So it was a solid restart for DC, and this is leading up into the new Batman movie coming out with Robert Pattinson. It's like their whole new generation. Henry Cavill supposedly isn't going to be Superman anymore, so hopefully they start doing better movies. I'm just hoping that they continue to build on it. But what rating would you give it?
I guess for me, it wasn't bad or horrible to be rotten, but there is some brown on the avocado, so I will give it about a 62 rating for me for Suicide Squad 2, right? 2. I forget.
Yeah. Number one, like,
Oh.
number one was so bad. Like, I remember watching it, and I'm like, oh, like, this is real. I mean, literally, besides Harley Quinn, like, the rest of it was just like dumb and pointless. So I didn't really like that. But like I said, I think John Cena and Idris Elba, if they decided to cast them in another Suicide Squad movie together, it would be a solid solid duo. And with Harley Quinn, with Margot Robbie, obviously it'd be even better. But definitely I think they should continue it. The guy that threw me off was the polka dot guy. That was hilarious.
Yeah, what was it like? You know, he blows up and he gets angry. He feels
he gets angry, like, especially when he gets angry at his mother. And that's who he sees everybody as. So that was hilarious.
Yeah, now that I remember, like, there's so many characters. The shark one was kind of funny too.
Yeah. Oh, you know who that is?
No.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the shark. He was the shark.
Huh, okay.
I was waiting for the stupid song, that stupid song, the baby shark. Like, I thought somebody was gonna do something dumb. Like, that's how quirky the movie was. I thought something dumb like that was gonna pop off. But again, not their best movie, but hey, it was a lot better than number one. So I'm all for it. So I gave it a 73. You gave it a 62, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
But I'm glad, Fernando, you're becoming a harder or stricter teacher now. I feel like you were giving a lot of good grades this summer. So
you were. Some of these movies were really good. That's why I had to give them very good ratings. But you know what, Gilbert? I mean, for the time being, I mean, we got SummerSlam coming up, but we still have a long week of Chargers practice. Mm-hmm. So for right now, Gilbert, I think it's time. Vámonos.
Ya nos vamos, pues vámonos.